You're a good person. You deserve a long, happy life, full of love and friendship and joy. You deserve to feel good about yourself. I'm guessing you don't believe that. Already your brain is probably coming up with dozens of reasons why that's not true. Maybe I'm a liar. Maybe I'm just being nice. Maybe I'm talking to other people, but not you. Maybe I don't know you, or I'm mistaken about you. Maybe you're a fraud or an impostor. Maybe, but I don't think so. I'm talking to you, the person who thinks that I'm not talking to them, who thinks that I don't know you, or I don't see you how you actually are, that I'm mistaken somehow. You, specifically, are the person I'm talking to. You don't believe that. And the reason is, you don't feel like you're a good person. You don't feel like you deserve to be happy. And so, when you take that feeling, and you take what I've said, they're in opposition. You need to reconcile that difference, those conflicting ideas, that cognitive dissonance. And so the easiest explanation is that I'm wrong, that there's a mistake. But that's not true. What's wrong is your perception of yourself. You have a mental illness, and that means that your brain does not work properly. Not all the time, at least. And so some of the thoughts that it comes up with are not right. They're not accurate, they're not true. They do not represent how reality actually is. And that is a very uncomfortable prospect, I know. Nobody wants to confront the idea that they can't trust their own brain, that their perception of the world isn't accurate. You don't want to face the idea that people see things differently than you do, and that things you thought you knew aren't true. That your entire framework of reality might be wrong. So it's easier just to think other people are mistaken. Maybe you're pretending, maybe you're a fraud. Maybe they're just being nice. They're just telling you pleasant little lies, things like that. But the reality is, your brain is lying to you. Your self-image is skewed. Like looking in a funhouse mirror. It's distorted. It's not accurate. If you were making a witness statement to a police officer, and you only saw the criminal in a funhouse mirror, you'd tell them, I didn't get a good look at the person. It was distorted by that mirror. I didn't get a good sense of their size, their height, their body shape. You'd acknowledge that your perception was inaccurate. But the same applies to you, to the way you view yourself. Whatever the reason for your mental illness, you don't view yourself in a healthy, accurate, realistic way. And that's a hard thing to grapple with. The idea that your self-image might be wrong. that reality might not be how you thought it was. That maybe colors are different, maybe numbers mean different quantities than you thought, that an animal you thought was a dog is actually a cat. That's unpleasant. You thought you had some degree of certainty about who you are, but you don't. But the good news is, you're actually a much, much better person. It's true. Your brain is insecure, worried about all sorts of things, about judgment, about embarrassment, abandonment, getting hurt, feeling ashamed, feeling bad about yourself. So it's throwing out all of these thoughts to try and protect you. Your friends don't actually like you. They're just tolerating you. They're just being nice. It's an elaborate prank. Those people that said that thing, they were just being nice. They didn't really mean it. Or they're mistaken. They think that you're something that you're not, that you're a fraud, an impostor, and eventually people are going to find that out. So you better just distance yourself from everyone that you know and everyone that you care about, and stop doing anything that's nice because it's going to get taken away from you, and you need to watch out because you ruin everything and you self-sabotage and blah, 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 blah. All of that is wrong. All of that are lies that your brain comes up with to try and protect you, to try and predict the worst outcomes. Because it's afraid. It's insecure. It's planning for all those horrible what-ifs. And it thinks that they're real, but they're not. It's like never going in a swimming pool because you're convinced that every swimming pool could have a crocodile in it. But there's not. There are no crocodiles in those swimming pools, and you don't need to be afraid of them. You can enjoy those pools. You can swim to your heart's content. Your friendships are real. The people in your life who see you as you are and love you as you are. They're not faking it. They're not pretend. They're not playing a joke on you. They're not mistaken. You are the person who can't see yourself for who you are. Not them. You're not a fraud. You're not an impostor. You are a good person. Yes, you make mistakes. Yes, sometimes you do the wrong thing. But you try your hardest, and you learn from your mistakes. And that's what counts. You are as deserving of mercy and kindness and compassion and understanding as everybody else. You deserve to have friends. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be desired, found attractive. You deserve to be happy and fulfilled. You deserve to feel good about yourself. None of that is fake. And you don't need to be afraid of it being taken away from you. You don't need to worry about all of these things. Yes, sometimes bad things might happen, but you are a competent person. And if something happens, you can deal with it. You can cope. You will not be lost at sea. You will be fine. You don't need to anticipate all the worst cases. You don't need to prepare for them. You can just live your life and accept that the thoughts you have are sometimes not real, not accurate. But you can depend on other people to help you realize what's true, what's real. Not everyone. Yes, there are some people who may distort your perception of reality, who may manipulate you or fool you. But there are so many good people in this world. And I have confidence that you will be able to tell the good ones from the bad. And in so doing, you will be able to find people who can help you to determine what is real and what is a lie told to you by your brain. People who can reassure you when your anxiety acts up, when your paranoia gives you these doubts. When you start to feel bad about yourself, they can remind you, hey, your brain's just being a jerk. There are lots of little gremlins in your brain throwing out these unpleasant thoughts, these nasty, insecure, judgmental thoughts, just whispering little doubts in your mind. But you can train yourself not to listen to them. You can train yourself to listen for what they sound like and what truthful thoughts sound like. And if you have any doubts, you can find someone trustworthy and ask them for help. You deserve to know what is real. You deserve to know that all of those doubts, all of those worries, those concerns, all those little gremlin thoughts, you deserve to know that they're not real, that you don't have to listen to them. You deserve to know that you're a good person, and you deserve to be happy, to feel good about yourself, because you're a good person, and you can have good things in your life, and they're not going to be taken away from you. You don't need to be scared about the what-ifs. If they happen, you can deal with them, and if they don't, you're fine. Trust me on this. Sometimes your brain lies to you, but I don't. I have no reason to. I just want you to feel better. You deserve it.